have another situation in Love is Blind UK where we have a woman who has two options. One is clearly way better than the other, but yeah, she picks the bad option. And the love triangle I'm talking about is Katisha, Javin, and Demola. Now, if I'm being real, I feel like Katisha probably should have just walked single. I feel like she's very confused and is still figuring out stuff in her life. And ultimately, I don't feel like she had an undeniable connection with either of these guys. I still feel like one was better than the other, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, like she should have just walked single. But let's talk about the options that Katisha was torn between. First, we have Demola. To me, this was the clear option she should have went with if she wanted to be married. Demola, sweet guy. He's doing the grand gestures. He's making thoughtful dates. He's already planned the first date to Seville. How romantic. He's had a great upbringing. He's respectful. He's a gentleman. He has a great job, financial analyst. He's decent looking. Obviously, Love is Blind, but he's decent looking. If you were really looking for a husband, Demola's right there. Demola is giving marriage material. Now, she was kind of thinking maybe he was love bombing her a little bit, and I kind of get that aspect. But I feel like if she was looking for a husband, okay, you're fair to be suspicious of love bombing, but he was still the better option. I don't know about you guys, but you know what? If you're gonna love bomb me and I'm getting an all expense trip to Seville, let's keep going until the love bombing runs out. When the love bombing runs out, I'm gone. But let's see where the love bombing leads. One thing about me is I'm gonna ride that love bombing out, hon, because you can't manipulate me, hon. You might think you got me, but as soon as it stops, I'm out to you, hon. Hugs, let's see where the love bombing takes us. Let's see where the journey takes us. Then we have Javin. And all they want to do is fuck. All they're offering is dick. Emotionally unavailable. He's breadcrumbing. She's telling him, I don't really know how you feel about me. And he's basically saying, it is what it is. You figure it out. If you don't want me, that's cool. And she's still there. Huh? Bitch, I'm packing my suitcase to go to Seville with Demola. This one, the first date will be the mattress on the floor. The thing is, she said her type before has been emotionally unavailable and she's not going for that anymore. And yet she ends up with Javin. It's just very much like, oh. I really hate when women fall into the stereotype of, the girls don't want the good boys, they want the bad boys. Because that's what it's giving. She likes the bad boy. She likes the bad boy. No, I don't see the appeal. Because if I'm choosing between the first date in Seville, all inclusive, and the mattress on the floor, it's a no-brainer for me to pick Seville. But each to their own and that. But my thing is, I was rooting for her because she was changing her mind. She was like, you know what? Javin is giving my past mistakes right. He's giving my usual type. I'm going for Demola, and she's talking about Demola's my man. And she was basically going to go to Javin to call it off, to be like, yeah, I feel like I don't know where I stand with you. I'm confused with you. So I'm going with my other connection because he's made it clear from the beginning that he wants me. And he's doing all these grand gestures for me. All this man had to do to convince her to get engaged to him instead was to write out 3 sentences. He was talking about, I wrote some notes about you. And I kid you not, it was about 3 sentences. And then he was like, yeah, then I stopped writing notes about you. And that's all it took to bag her. Really, Katisha? Really? Dearie me. I mean, she's been talking about, her past history has been really bad. She's been treated really bad in relationships. So maybe this is where she's comfortable. But for a marriage, okay, if you're going to continue with the foolish dating. But now you're going to continue the foolishness into marriage. Really, Katisha? No, I don't like it. Yeah, after that, she basically calls it off with Demola. Demola's confused, but you know what? He takes it graciously, and he's basically like, I wish you the best. Sweet. It's just a shame. And then she gets engaged to Javin. Tell me why Javin's talking about women that don't know what they want. That's women for you. Huh? Oh, dearie me. And of course, they've gone to the engagement ring now. Of course, they're fucking straight away because he made it very clear. He made it very clear. You know what? Javin has been very honest about him not being shit, to be honest. He's been very honest. And Katisha's just there. Also, Javin is just a typical London, like I said, typical stereotypical London boy, lazy, the casual misogyny. And on top of that, he's talking about how he feels like marriage is scary. So it's given very much that he didn't apply for the show and that he was scouted and he was just like, let me come on a reality TV show because why not? I don't think they're going to make it to the altar. In the trailer, we didn't see their marriage. We do see Katisha have a meeting with Demola. I don't know how that goes. Obviously, last season, we had Rachel, ridiculous engagement with Sam, but then she ended up with Benaya, who was the good guy, right? You know, out of the two options. I'm kind of hoping maybe that's for her, but you know, at this point, I'm just kind of thinking like, I'm kind of just like, girl, what are you actually doing? What are you actually doing? To me, it's giving quarter life crisis. Like I said, I don't even think she wants to get married because this is just strange. This is just strange. But it seems like the other couples are kind of looking at them sideways, to be honest. It feels like a lot of people are thinking that they're not going to get married. And I don't think that they are either. Javin is not serious. And I honestly, I don't think Katisha's serious either. I really don't. And yeah, I just can't make sense of the situation because for me, I would be in severe horn. I gotta hear from you guys. Why do you think Katisha went with the bad boy? Do you feel like it's because she's insecure, her past traumas? Like, what are we thinking? And do we think they're gonna make it to marriage? Is anybody actually here for that? I doubt it. But if there is, reveal yourself. I gotta hear from you guys.